What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you comment down below. But let's get into this episode reaction, episode 3 of House of the Dragon. A lot of things went down last episode and set up a lot of things, I'd imagine, but some savagery. Of course, pure Game of Thrones fashion. We had the people being hanged in the streets. We had Otto getting taken away his hand of the king, or dismissed. Aegon being on his rampage. Daemon going off on his. I don't even remember exactly where he went, but he's off doing his thing. I imagine he's gonna be do some devious shit as usual. Rhaenyra, she's plotting a little bit. Alicent, she kind of feels stuck in the middle, but regardless, I know I've been up and down, but I can officially say I'm Team Black. I gotta commit to it. That's who I'm rooting for. I feel my emotions are tied to Rhaenyra right now. Even though they both have some things that they've done shittily in the past to warrant picking either side. Currently, in this moment, I'm siding with Team Black and Rhaenyra. Minus Daemon. And I'm not gonna lie. We're getting a lot of the Game of Thrones magic that we come to know and love from the original series. And when I say that, I mean Otto was someone I purely hated. Especially in the ramp up to this season. Sir Christian Cole was someone that I kind of sided with. I kind of enjoyed from time to time. I could have done with all the love triangle or the devious sneakiness behind the scenes. But Otto sits now for me where Sir Christian used to sit, and the tables have turned where I actually like some of the moves that Otto made in last episode and this early going of the season, because they were smart moves. Him using the death of the child, and that was a savage moment on its own. You guys got to let me know how much that impacted you. That's always going to be a sight that I'll probably never forget when it comes to thinking about House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones. Him being carried on the cart and seeing the stitching across his neck, that is a gruesome shot. Well done. It was still artfully done. It wasn't distasteful, but it definitely hit a point. But Otto was doing good. Sir Christian Cole is just kind of on my shit list. I guess it goes hand in hand with Team Green. So if Team Black is my team and I'm committing to him, Otto is the only one I'm kind of rooting for. And I guess Alicent to a degree. Helena maybe even. I don't know. You guys see, I'm fighting internally with myself. You guys, I'm sure you're the same way in some aspects. Let me know exactly how you feel about the key characters of each team and which team you root for. I know some of you have already said Team Black, Team Green from previous videos, but if that's changed, let me know. But nonetheless, I thoroughly enjoyed last episode, and I feel like that was a bit of a launching pad for this episode and the season moving forward. I think we're going to get into some serious stuff. We got a war brewing, so obviously it's going to ramp up a lot. But I have no clue what's in store. I'm just looking forward to it. Hopefully we get more of the sea snake and Alan and his brother. But there's a lot of things they're setting up, and I can't wait for it. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Tell me your thoughts down below, and make sure you look for the comments or the questions that I usually have at the end of the video to let me know your thoughts on the episode and the season so far. So with that being said, let's get into this episode, episode 3. Let's do it.
Put the boundary stones back.
That accent is crazy. We about to get a duel.
We didn't move them. How did they move themselves then? Just rolled their way over so Bracken cows can fill their bellies on Blackwood grass?
The assize at River
Fuck
Road.
the assize. And fuck you. This is our land. Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight. You're both craven. Little cunts!
Damn. You knew it was coming. He the only one with the sword on their side?
Dare.
Damn. Wait, that's him, isn't it? Jesus. Hey. I know he ain't do all this damage, but that's a hell of a way to start off an episode. Jesus. All turning into White Walkers. Next episode.
I do not believe she wants it.
She sent a raven. I do not care to to read her message? What she did.
It is not her, but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
She permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
Damn. I didn't think she'd take a shot like that, especially since she knew what Damon was up to. I don't think that's fair.
Alicent is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
I like that they're actually burying them together, though, even though he came to kill her. It's pretty honorable.
You're well, Lord Hand.
Ooh, look at that little collar he's got. That wasn't on there
I'll be
before,
waiting.
was it? I already know this dude about to make some hot-headed, hasty decisions.
Sir Arik was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
Comes that tension.
As now, my lord brother Jason is raising a great army at Castle Rock. In a matter of weeks, he will be able to harass the Blackwoods from the west.
Should we not aim to unite these armies and then strike as one?
Ah, the great military mind of the Citadel.
I think he's got a point. Maybe I'm wrong, too, but...
Or I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrow.
He likes the sound of that.
With so few men. So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet. A bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favor the bold.
They did not favor Sir Arik.
He was just caught up in being bold. He wasn't trying to be.
And you'll take Aemond and Vhagar.
Vhagar will remain here. To defend the city.
Good. To war, then.
What did I say about making rash decisions? This might work out for him, but hey, I figured it was coming.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your loss.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
If you gotta say that, it's not true. I'm just saying.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I'm not often surprised.
She set herself up pretty well. Just by making that one move, she earned herself a lot of power.
And the movements of those who serve there. That is worth more than gold to you now.
And what is my worth to you?
Look at that dragon just casually flying in the background like it's a regular damn dove.
Rhaena.
Your Grace.
I've decided to send Joffrey to Ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. She has pledged an army in return for a dragon, so she will have...
Damn. That's crazy. Just trading dragons.
You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros.
I don't know about now, but I don't think anywhere is safe for any of you.
Rhaena. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them. Guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon.
I cannot promise to make you happy. But I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Damn, that's tough. And she's getting a lot of responsibility, but kind of treating her like she's disposable. And by the way, I haven't mentioned it yet. Her outfit, Rhaenyra, that shit is fire. Is this correct? You dig me? Imagine seeing that shit just fly over your city. Terrifying. I don't know that I'd yell out dragon, so I didn't call attention to myself, but I'd be gone in the wind. I would feel like a lot more tense in this moment, but ain't nobody gonna sneak up on them and try to do something. Everybody just hiding, I feel like. Yeah, cool shot. This show is really good at tension. Like I just said, I shouldn't be tense, but now I'm starting to get that way a little bit. Damn.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Nothing he can do to fight back.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new. Supper is venison with black cabbage and peas.
Damn, giving up everything.
And what of your lord, Larys Strong? He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family.
Damn.
Do you not think it strange that his father, my nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too?
Oh, yeah.
Here, in this damp place?
So he does know that he actually killed them.
Balerion ended the line of...
Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
But mostly a dragon.
Might I ask if you are successful? Well, when you are successful. What then?
Glaze.
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair made of swords.
Snarky asshole. See, there's moments where I like Damon and others where I hate him. Just good writing. I enjoy it. Same goes for Otto. I'm sure I'm gonna hate his ass by the end of this episode if we see him.
Lord Commander, your host is mustered and ready to march.
Oh damn, he got a whole haircut. Fucking up in all types of ways.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
No, that's gonna go marvelously.
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a fuller one.
The march will be hard, sir.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen.
Oh. Don't let her brother die. That's gonna be the tension on the cake. Jesus. And that's the guy with the dog and all the rat catcher that actually killed Jars. Damn.
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds.
Send them all out.
Cause. And burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction.
Facts.
Fear of it is in itself a weapon.
I love Rhaenyra.
The Greens will make the same calculation.
You have never been so exposed.
Perhaps it is time for you to think
Damn.
about secreting yourself somewhere safe, while we remain here as a source of distraction for the enemy.
I have no worries about Rhaenyra at all. At all. I know she can protect herself. And she's smart and calculated. I hope she prospers and is successful, but I don't have high hopes.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not coddle me, Bela. Grant me at least that dignity.
I meant no insult. We each do what we can. And here, I think, is some consolation.
It's easy to say what she's saying, shouting it from the mountaintops.
These eggs are even more fragile.
I want that silver one.
But should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future.
I don't know if I should fear for her safety or just her doing something stupid because she's upset and young. I gotta know if you guys are feeling it too. I feel like I'm kind of the only one. I know I'm the only one in the room in this reaction, but that feels like this isn't exactly safe. Like they're treating it like it's a sure thing that they're gonna get to where they're supposed to and be successful. I feel like this is a dangerous and I don't know, a nerve-wracking move with all that's going on in this war happening.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
There's naught to be gained from it. That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
I'm not so sure the way this series is going. Lost about 10 babies so far.
Suits you, Your Grace. Valyrian steel. Worth more than a castle.
A sight to stir the passions. Egg on the
He don't
conqueror
deserve it.
reborn.
Just get on with it.
What time is it? You drinking it?
There are diverse rumors whispered on the streets of your city. One such is that your grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them.
What's the other?
Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence.
Damn.
With Prince Aemond at her side.
Is that really what's being said, or is this just him playing his strings and pulling?
Tales take on a life of their own, like weeds, unless they are tended.
Tend to them
then. Little do you know he's already tending to him, I bet.
My father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. And yet, I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
Look at this. His whole team being built up of people with weird connections and fetishes to Alicent. This is going to get messy.
You could come out with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
Aegon has such a dull but terrifying stare. And then that stupid ass smirk. Jesus. Y'all ain't got nobody to clean mirrors around this place though. What's going on?
They call him the Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys.
Thousand apologies.
Please, continue.
Look, I really shouldn't be telling you this. It could cost me my head.
You are saying you're a Targaryen?
What are you not getting about? Say, shut the fuck up.
I'm the son of Balon the Brave. Bastard brother to Prince Daemon and the late King Viserys. The blood of the dragon runs through these veins, and yes, men would take my head for it.
Was he bullshitting?
A dragon seed must watch his own neck when he has no white-cloaked guardsman to do it for him.
You do not look very much like King Viserys.
This dude is about to lose his shit.
How do you know what they look like?
He speaks truth right enough. Look, you can tell. By his hair.
Because I'm their half-brother, you fuckwits.
Yeah, I said, drinks for all. At the pleasure of the crown. Sit down.
I like him. He reminds me of Sam Tolly, the black version, but energy-wise. Damn.
Aemond the Fierce. You have come so far, and yet you still lie with your very first.
Yikes.
What if did you fuck her like a hound? You see?
I don't know if he's gonna crawl back into his shell or actually lash out.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
Damn. This dude is terrifying looking. I'm not gonna lie. That chin is pointy, and then the blue eye just setting it off.
If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light. Or if their wine is good, perhaps a little after first.
Is that a dragon? What is that?
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Get to the trees!
Can you imagine? It just covered up the sun and brought shade. That's how big it is. Jesus. And this is a baby dragon, not baby, but adolescent dragon. Oh, that armor shivers. Uh-oh. Don't. I was worried about Rhaena doing something stupid. It might be her. Flame, flame, flame. Jakar, say it. Damn. She got good control over that thing, though. Good thing they don't have any damn harpoons to fire up at her. This dude is crying. Oh, Jesus. He already shook.
So there's.
You leaving? That's surprising to me. You know they're still there. They couldn't have got too far, but I guess she's just giving it up.
And request your permission to return to Rook's Rest and fortify my lands.
I shouldn't fret, Lord Simon. They'll be making for Harrenhal.
'Tis Prince Daemon who ought to worry.
Prince Daemon has Caraxes.
Cole will look to increase.
Right. And hopefully a bit more of an army.
Act now, your grace. Loose the dragons, root Cole out and burn him.
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
Oh. Hey. That's what... Maybe it deserves a more definite answer than that. But I like her approach. Because she's never too rash. She always takes time to consider. And that's a good thing. For a ruler, at least. Within reason. But... I don't know. At some point, that's going to come back to bite her. Yep, I knew it. That one that didn't kneel to him. The chick, I think. Maybe not, but... No, it's probably not. She got some muscle behind them pushes. Tripping out. They didn't poison them, did they?
Always coming and going, aren't you?
It's mother.
And I have to clean up afterwards.
Oh, damn. Damn. Oh my goodness, they doubled down. Oh my goodness. No poison. He is tripping out a little bit, but he's just traumatized. PTSD, essentially. And there she is. Oh, is she a witch or something? A warlock? Oh, look at the tree.
You will die in this place.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for her. What are those trees called? Why am I blanking on the name? I think that's one of them.
So, I make my way to the Red Keep, I presume, and ring the bell. Or do I scale the wall and enter at her window?
There is one place Alicent goes. Outside the castle walls.
When and how often? Y'all didn't learn nothing with Sir Eric? I know this isn't like an attack, but Jesus. It's sketchy to say the least. You guys have to be literally like the only ones in here with blonde hair. It's covered up, but even still, I see some of it right now. Suspect. This would never be possible today. Everybody would know exactly who she is. See her ass on social media. Whoa. Right there. So close. There's probably only a few people that would be able to like spot her and call her out right away. And they just happen, well, Cole and Otto, they just happen not to be there now, of course, but nice. Good scene, because this is actually how they ended off episode 1, I think. Rhaenyra was still in her place, location, and she was here. So now they're actually going to meet in this spot. That's cool. Damn, just walk right up on. No personal space.
No, no. What?
Damn, she pulled out the shank and everything. Jesus.
I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are
Ambitious
restless, they smell
goals.
battle. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now.
Imagine making this trip and taking this risk and her just saying no straight up.
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
Is she gonna tell him? Oh yeah, she has no clue what he actually told her in his dying moments.
He was weary. It was hard at times to understand.
But he spoke Ekon's name. Said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but to possess...
Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised?
No.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire? It's a story.
I didn't think that was gonna happen in this moment.
About Aegon the Conqueror.
The Conqueror.
They just both rocked each other's world. How does that change her mindset? Or does it at all?
You can prevent this, Alison. A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so.
She's not gonna admit to it.
Do not let your pride blind you.
There's been no mistake.
Denying it.
It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Alison.
Is she gonna continue to try to convince her or just have to go off the deep end? That's the end of the episode. Yep, she know what she gotta do. Oh my goodness, that's a good ending. That was a slow episode, but a very good ending. Oh my goodness, great episode. Once again, least favorite of the season so far. It wasn't the launching pad I was expected necessarily, but again, setting up more. And I think 10 episodes in this season. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but a lot of dialogue in this one. A lot of setting the tone, setting the tempo. We're getting a little bit more information regarding like factions and in houses and who is at contention with each other. And they're kind of vying for position of who they're going to get to call their banner. So I like that aspect of it. I wasn't expecting bold move, obviously. I was calling it out. Whether the moves that or the calls that Rhaenyra was making was necessarily safe, especially with sending off like Rhaena on her own with those baby dragons and all that. But it seems like she's throwing all caution to the wind to kind of create progression, whether it's dangerous or not. So she's definitely taking steps and doing what she feels is necessary. But again, I said it during the episode, I feel like it's going to come back to bite her at some point. I just don't know when. Hopefully not anytime soon. We got Daemon taking over Harrenhal. We didn't even see from Otto this episode. We saw minimal of Kristen and his interaction with Alicent's brother. That's going to be interesting going forward. We got the whole family dynamic and how they get along with each other. Obviously, he just saved his life, so there's going to be some type of respect in these next couple episodes, but I expect that to diminish pretty quickly, if I'm being honest. I do look forward to seeing exactly how the relationship between the White Worm and Rhaenyra progresses. Now, she's in this episode, and kind of as figured, she served as a little bit of a confidant. She made some calls. She actually called on her advice a little bit, especially regarding Alicent and how to get into the castle. She got her in successfully. Whether she gets out just as easily, we'll see. But she has earned a stake in the house of Targaryen, and I don't know what that's gonna bear for her, whether that'll be financial, whether that be just stability. She's officially Team Black, kind of like me, but who knows how long that'll actually last. And the fire of or the song of ice and fire gets revealed at the end of this episode. Like I didn't expect that to come. And I guess the reaction from both of them is spot on. That's what you would expect. Her son is in power now. She made these moves based on a prophecy from her late husband, and she thought that was right, and she's obviously reaped the benefits of that. So I didn't expect her to just say, "Oh yeah, damn, it's time to get my son off the throne now." No, it's not going to go that way. And I imagine she's going to stick to her laurels and keep him protected, and in turn keep her status protected, and her families in general, because this is not just her, it's generational. So what that'll lead to in the future, I have no clue. But the face at the end of this episode, I think that's what I'm interpreting it as. All the hinges have been knocked off. She knows that she's not necessarily going to get through to Alicent on this, or she feels that way, I feel now. You saw her eyes just go cold, face turn red. The acting in this episode was great. I love Rhaenyra, her demeanor, and how she makes calls. Like, again, I said, sometimes she can seem a little bit too soft-hearted, and I feel like that will come back to bite her. How soon, I don't know, but everybody's got that aspect of, damn, they're doing too much of that. It could come back to bite them at some point. Hers just happens to be hoping the best in a lot of scenarios. So whether something comes of that, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot Daemon and his visions, and that I don't know if she's playing mind games, tricks, implanting that into his head or bringing it to the forefront, but that was another graphic scene to kind of view. Obviously her as a child sewing the head of Jaharis back on. Oh my goodness, that was tough to just see, but again, a good impactful shot. I don't even know where to jump to from this point. With the Song of Ice and Fire, they're set in stone now. She's gonna go back, and I'm trying to just brainstorm of actually what her next moves could be. And I don't know. Damon's gonna come back. He's gonna have a little bit more of an army, and more support. I definitely want to see more of whether he continues to have these visions or they diminish as soon as he leaves Harrenhal, or I don't even know how soon that'll be. And then we have Rhaenys and Sea Snake going at it a little just typical stuff. But great episode. I'm looking forward to exactly how this one pans out, because I think that Rhaenyra is off the deep end now, and she's gonna go on the full attack. And whether Daemon comes back and she actually fills him in on all the things that kind of occurred in this moment, how he's gonna react. Her just going alone in itself, he's gonna be pissed off about that, and that she wasn't protected in that moment necessarily. So, and then Rhaena, whether she's gonna make it with these dragons, and when they send all these dragons out to go get Kristen, I have no clue. But I have to say it again, things are gonna pick up. I don't think they can go 2 episodes without or with so much heavy dialogue. I feel like they could, and it would be great, but I feel like with all they built up in this, some of it has to come to a fruition in next episode. But this was great. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not better. It's probably my least favorite of all of them, but this whole season has been good so far. So I've been enjoying it. And as far as a question for you guys, just leading into next episode, I mentioned it at the beginning of this reaction, how my opinion of characters and my investment in characters has kind of shifted over the course of this season already. And I like Otto. I dislike Kristen now. I wonder, who are your characters that your opinion has shifted on, and why, and whether you think it'll change again. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like button, comment down below if you're new, and I'll catch you next week. Stay chill. Deuces.